Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mast, and welcome back to some more SMITE Conquest. Today we're playing Cupid in the A to Z. Cupid is an ADC that mostly doesn't feel great right now. Not terribly long ago, back in, I'm pretty sure it was back when it was the trans meta, Cupid stood out a lot because I believe he got some buffs and Transcendence was meta. I'm pretty sure that's when he stood out because that's what makes sense. He's somebody that's capable of doing a lot when we're not in a lifesteal meta because he gets so much sustain off his 2. When we're in a lifesteal meta, it stands out a lot less, which makes it less of a big deal. He's also been nerfed by out-of-combat anti-heal. Why are we doing this, Thor? Why are we doing this, man? He's about to get bopped for this. Oh my god, that stupid minion. There we go. Yeah, literally just dead. That was a bit of a goof. And Shern might be next. Oh, I am whiffing these, though. Okay, well, apparently Nasha gets both, which kind of sucks. It's not like he yoinked him or anything, though. It just worked out that way. So Duo's kind of goofing. I don't know what Thor's game plan was there, man. Like, he went back to start autoing, you know, do some Thor damage. That makes sense. There's an entire minion wave. There's a full minion. Like, I didn't care. There's a full minion wave. So, yeah, they didn't clear enough. We got to do some stuff. In terms of PvP, Cupid's got a lot of potential with R1, which we actually got to see a little bit right there. Obviously, we get the level 2 gap anyways, which makes a big difference as well. Level 2 gap plus minion wave, but we can do a ton of damage with the 1. We can get some big CC out of the 1. The big downside Cupid has as a character is the 1 doesn't have great wave clear, so a lot of time we're going to be pretty lacking there. One of those few ADCs that doesn't full clear the wave reliably, which is a really big deal. So a lot of time we're going to want either the archers or the front creeps, and it will tend to only hit the archers or the front creeps, so that can be really problematic. We can also potentially one the god, and then have the heart bomb on the god, and they can just walk away from the wave, and you get literally no wave clear. So it can be a little bit tricky because of that. Other than that, our kit's mostly just pretty good, but that's like the big downside Cupid tends to have as a character. Gonna get a little aggro here just because we got... Oh no! That's so unfortunate, man! How did he not eat another tower shot? That was some lag. Oh my god. You think he's speed hacking? You think he's speed hacking into the tower? I know, like, it's always easy, right? It's always easy to see some crazy laggy nonsense and be like, that's a little sus. Is it sus when they go into the tower with it and just start dying? I don't know if that is. This guy should just be dead, I think. Hopefully Naja doesn't die back. Thank God we got one. Oh, some hearts? God, that's potentially, I'm gonna not pick him up. Potentially such a clutch level right there. I think this guy dies. Oh my god, what a ridiculous game so far. Let me run at him. I don't think I get to kill him. Yeah, it's fine. He hasn't really been KSing any of these. He's just happening to get them. Like, I don't think there's been a single time where he should, like, not be doing the damage. It's just kind of unfortunate that we're not getting the last hits. I mean, overall, we're definitely winning the lane, though. Oh my, I was so close to killing there. God, that sucks. Maybe not as close as I thought. He had a little more HP. I thought if we got the one more auto, that would have done it. It looks like not quite. Yeah, we can stick around. We can do either purple or wave here. Are things going a little rough on the map? Robin 0-2 jungle? That's too bad. So, yeah, let's actually start talking about Cupid's kit a little bit. It's fairly simple. Very team fight focused ADC and not a very reliable lane ADC. He's somebody that can have... God, this guy is just chugging sometimes. He's somebody that can... What? Did Ow invade this? Is that when he ganked? I feel like it had to be, right? He like insta purple invaded into gank? God, that's so weird. It's kind of crazy how little farm we have so far given the amount of pressure. You'd think it'd be more. All right, we're gonna dip. Yeah, I'm dipping too, unless Thor ends. Looks like he'll be good. Oh, he's kind of, okay. I thought he was maybe feeling the int for a second there. I think I'll just grab a mana pot. So yeah, let's talk about the kit a little bit. So Cupid passive, I believe before the more recent nerfs, he got nerfed, I think like half a year ago, something like that. He was really strong, had gotten some buffs, and then got nerfed really hard. So I believe this passive at that time gave damage on his auto attacks, and it doesn't now, which makes it significantly worse. I could be misremembering that. I'm not a Cupid player at all. I'm pretty sure that had happened, which made him a little wild. But at the moment, the way this works is when you auto attack, you can get up to 8 stacks. Those stacks get consumed when you either one or you ult, whether they're fully stacked or not. They're just gonna get consumed. And then each stack gives you 2% increased healing, 2% increased damage on your next ability. And because it doesn't get consumed on your two, however many stacks you have, you're just gonna get bonus healing, basically. Whereas normally it's gonna be like, build up full stacks, get a 1, 16% bonus damage on the 1. Or get full stacks, ult, get 16% bonus damage on the ult. It's gonna tend to be how it works. And of course you can get a little bit less than that. But normally you're ideally stacking it up all the way if you can. So really not all that much to it. Definitely not something that you think about in terms of specifically like trying to auto more or anything for the passive. It is something you think about for the interaction with the 1 mostly, which we'll talk about next because we're just going to talk about the 1. Bing. All right. So God, they're just taking everything I ever want. By the way, Chernobog missed a ton of farm. He ulted mid. I don't know if we quite get this or not. He ulted mid, so he's missing a ton of farm right now. Because I think he ulted there, didn't really get anything particularly for it. It made sense to ult, but he didn't quite, I don't think he got a kill. I guess I can check. Yeah, no. So, ended up missing a ton of farms. We're going to have an even fatter lead. Our team hates each other? That's kind of rough. I don't know. I haven't been reading it. I don't know what's going on. Oh no, my stacks. But our Heart Bomb is by far the core ability for Cupid. It's going to be our wave clear. It's going to be our PvP damage. Our 2 does not do damage. Our 3 does not do damage. Our ult does damage. It's not very reliable, and it's an ult. So it does a ton, potentially, because even before the passive, we're doing 340 base damage at max rank. It procs twice. So you have the first damage that procs on the actual... okay, that's so good. Okay, don't take the... Okay. Good. He stopped. It's like, that one is actually free, so don't you dare. Yeah, so because Chernobog was ultimate was down and Najah got the beads... if he actually played that perfect, I wasn't trying to let him dash to begin with. He barely got his dash off into the wall. That way we would have crippled him in advance. But that works too, as long as we cripple one of the dashes. Maybe gonna do something. Shern ults back up. That might make it tough. I don't think I get to do anything. Alright, we're gonna go back to lane, get the farm. So yeah, with Heart Bomb, we have 2 procs. Whoever we hit takes the first tick of damage, and then it'll explode after 3 seconds, or when the person hit dies. So like right now, it just blows up because I just killed a minion. So then explosion damage is just the entire second part of the damage, and it does the same as the first tick. It also does bonus damage to wave. It does like 50% bonus damage. So normally, even though you're only tending to hit the second tick on minions, like right there, it just explodes. Once we get it fully leveled, it should basically always full clear wave because of that bonus damage, as well as our passive. So that's something to keep in mind. The only downside for wave clear is just how small it is. Like, it's similar to Artemis 3. It's not a big downside that we're heart bombing and it's taking forever. The big downside is that it's just not a big hit radius, so a lot of people have way better wave clear than Cupid, which can be a little bit troublesome for him. It also doesn't go through the wave. It does get stopped by minions, so you get a lot of body blocking issues because of that. See if we're going to do anything. That was a good one. God, so much pressure, man. Yeah, we're so ahead in this lane right now. So, yeah, with the Heart Bomb, when we have full stacks on passive, we get a stun on the explosion of the Heart Bomb, and that includes the actual, like, entire explosion, not just whoever's hit. So if it blows up on somebody, if they're not originally hit by it, it'll still be enough. I think we get this and kill. What are you doing here, Shern? I want that panic dash. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Why did he play it like that? Not getting ganked by set yet. Actually might be now. Soul dip. I'm going to run all the way back just in case I get stopped on my back, because if he tries to dive, we should be able to kill him. Alright, we good. I think he's just invading red, though. Should be good. We're going to go anti-heal because they got some set nonsense to deal with. Grab some wards. So yeah, I'm trying to think, what are we good with the Heart Bomb? Is that everything? There's a slow on the person you're hitting with it. I'm trying to remember. I don't think the explosion slows at all. I could be misremembering on that. But ideally, you're going to get the stun on the explosion anyways. Yeah, I think we're pretty much all good. I think that should cover it. So moving on to the 2. 2 is ridiculously simple. You throw down hearts in an area. Oh, not like this. Not like this. I get my passive off of it too. Oh, he actually gets to wait it out. That sucks. We do get the ult, and the ult made all the difference. Thank God. So we're going to have a ton of pressure in ADC. I don't know what we're going to be able to do late game, though. Because me and Najah have, like, all the kills. The rest of the team's been struggling. Hi, Thor. Yeah, so this is Cupid Hearts right here. when we're not anti-healed, especially in this mid game where you're not going to tend to be running an anti-heal as an ADC yet. Normally anti-heal is going to come from the mid at this stage. Even the junglers aren't going to tend to build it all that often. The hearts are wild. You get so much sustain. So a big downside for Cupid right now is because Devos is so meta, it's so popular to build it on ADC, and it's so generally good, then you don't tend to get nearly as much value out of the hearts. Whereas if it's a trans meta and people aren't building lifesteal, that sustain is absolutely disgusting. Whereas here, it's just kind of extra. It's just extra sustain. We already have a decent amount from Devos, right? God, these guys are so mad at each other, man. So yeah, hearts, incredibly simple. You throw out 3, they give you healing. Your teammates can pick them up, you can pick them up. If your teammates pick them up, you get mana back, which you can see right here, 30 mana regen. They last forever. If you put them up against a wall, you can, okay, that was apparently not a good example somehow. I don't know if it's because I picked a weird wall. You can kind of line them up in certain spots where you get to influence how they pop a little bit. You can kind of concentrate them together a little bit, but it's not that big of a deal. It's something, whenever you see somebody that's actually pretty experienced on Cupid, they'll do it quite a bit. Apparently doesn't work on that wall. Yeah, I guess maybe it has to be like a flatter wall. I don't know. That doesn't matter that much. So moving on to the 3. The 3 is a pretty simple ability. It's a big dash. The dash leaves behind a movement speed stim for yourself and your teammates. Oh, that's awkward. No, it's not even. I just didn't realize he was going to ult. That's just unfortunate. What the you crazy man? Have hearts. Have love. Should be fine. Yeah, he dies to that. It's too bad we didn't have passive for that. Oh, stop. You guys don't get to do shit. You don't get to do shit, Set. How did that auto hit him? You guys see me actually autoing through a wall? Like, what's right? The auto didn't hit the wall, but the man was behind the wall. I have no clue how Set got so fat so fast. Oh, I'm missing. I can't remember. Have I missed so far in a spot where I like could even possibly hit? I think that might be the first miss. Been a little ridiculous with the heart bomb so far. Oh. Nice. We get out of that, which matters quite a bit. Actually gonna greed a little. I think he dies. Well, he would have died if he didn't pop the beads. I'm hoping I can lifesteal through this and punish him if he dives, which it looks like we're good now. All right, so we got Thorult down. Shernult was down from the fight. Oh, okay, is this just server? I haven't been feeling it, but it seems like everybody's been feeling it. Nice, we get so much stun off of that. Whenever people do a good job of CCing with your heart bomb like that, where they can CC into the stun, you just get that follow-up stun out of it since it takes so long to pop on its own. It's really gross. I guess I should have given that to him. I'm feeling fed as hell. I just kind of scooped it up without thinking. I should have definitely given that to Naja. So yeah, anyways, our 3 non-damaging dash, pretty long dash, doesn't have great speed. It's got kind of, maybe it's a feel thing. Maybe I'm wrong on this. I'm pretty sure it's true. Let me just showcase. Yeah, I believe there's like, I think there's a little bit of like a slower beginning to it, even though I don't know if I've ever seen it talked about. But like, I don't think it actually has the same move speed throughout. I think you're a little slower in the beginning and then you get more of a normal dash move speed towards the end. Because that's something I've noticed a lot on Cupid is it feels surprisingly easy to cancel his dash, but it's surprisingly easy to cancel early, not like later, if that makes any sense. So I could be tripping on that. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. But yeah, we have a dash. We get move speed on the ground for our allies that stays behind us. And this whole, do I have this? Yeah. So this whole field gives move speed. And then by leveling it, we just straight up get attack speed over time, like always. So something to keep in mind. We're going to build, I think, really greedy. Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing some ADC today. I've been having fun with it. I don't know. I kind of felt like playing a bunch of ADC. I played a decent amount of games that I haven't been recording. And I've been having a lot of fun doing just a Deathbringer build. So I think we'll run it right now, even though it's maybe not the best idea. Worth noting, Fail Not is really good on Cupid. You can absolutely build it. I think I'm going to go for a non-Fail Not build, though. Because I want my autos to slap. And Deathbringer will do a better job of that. And then I still want to go Shadow Seal. And I guess we could even... How dumb would that be? Go Fail Not on top for our pen? It actually might not be. Maybe I'll do that, man. It's normally not advisable. We might go quadruple crit. See, might get to do a lot here. Oh, that's too bad. That wasn't a good enough ult. I thought we'd catch him a little better with that. So I think finally we can talk about the ultimate, which is potentially a really strong ability. It's not a super consistent ability. Hang on, we have, you know, entire team fight to focus on. Nice. What? What? That was my passive, wasn't it? Set is just lurking. Lurking something fierce. Alright, we should hopefully get some sort of objective out of this. I tried. I had to hope. Set, don't do it. God damn it, man. I was really hoping we could just get that tower right there. Oh! Holy damage. Alright, that should stall hard enough. And we dip out of this. Yeah, these fights are a little rough right now. We're so all over the place. I think I'm gonna have to hold my ult really hard. I don't think I can make aggro plays. Like, we gotta try and use it to peel for the boys. So, yeah, ultimate. We throw down a giant circle. Takes forever to pop. Does it say how long it takes? I think it takes like 2 seconds. Which might not sound like a ton. That's a ton. 2 seconds is a lot of time. So you get a 30% slow in this entire circle. And then when it pops, anybody that's in it is going to take damage. And they're going to be mesmerized. So basically a stun that gets interrupted by damage. There's a bunch of messes in Smite. I'm assuming people normally know what that is. But that's what it is. So not quite as effective as a stun, but it's still CC. And it's a big giant field. Oh, they're crippled too. Sorry, I forgot to bring that. That's super important. It's a giant slow / cripple. So it really interferes with people's ability to move. It's very punishing. And then if they don't get out of it, they take a ton of damage and they get that mez, which means they're also like kind of locked in place. It ends up being like a little bit of a root normally is how it actually ends up feeling. And of course, if they get hit by damage crazy fast, then it doesn't CC too much, but normally you get at least a little bit, like a little baby stun. So potentially very strong ultimate. The downside of the ultimate is because there's so much potential counterplay, it's so slow that in a lot of 1v1s, it's very easy to counter. And in team fights, it's just really devastating because it's such a giant area where people almost have to be dumping relics, dumping ults, dumping some sort of CC immune type thing to be able to deal with it normally. So it ends up being really impactful, but it can feel kind of weird for a lot of ADCs because normally you're trying to be more aggressive and just dump damage, and it's actually sort of a support style ultimate to some degree. It's just sometimes you're supporting yourself. All right, apparently we just kill everybody here, so that's cool. I really wanted to yoink that. I wanted to... Yeah. It's like, Tiamat, don't you start this right now. We'll throw these down, they can grab them if they want. It seems like I gotta be grabbing them in. God, it's so hard to life steal it all through FG nowadays. So devastating, all the anti-heal, which is good. And that was a huge fight. I wasn't even in that fight. They just kind of murdered everybody. We're going to try and greed farm a little bit right here. Shuren's pushing tower. I maybe should have just backed. I don't know. I assumed other people would back and be able to cover too. But I'm hoping that I can greed farm real quick for Devos. Yeah, he doesn't get it, so whatever. That's fine. Doesn't matter much. So I think we should be good on the kit. I don't remember if I brought it up. The other thing to keep in mind is similar to the one. It's not as impactful as it is with the one. But when you have full stacks of your passive with your ultimate, I believe you get an extra second on the mez, right? Mez duration is doubled and the mez duration is 1 second. So yeah, you get an extra second on the mez. Normally not really worth going for. The mez doesn't really particularly get much better if it goes from 1 to 2 seconds because normally people are getting hit. So that like the extra mez doesn't normally matter. So not really worth thinking about. It's something that's there. Hypothetically, it could matter in certain spots. It's mostly not going to matter. Almost entirely the passive's there, so you get a little more damage on your heart bomb, and then you potentially get a stun on your heart bomb. That's almost all Cupid passive does. At least at the moment. Oh, this might get rough, but I can follow it up really hard. Oh. And he's got beads. Get off me. I'm hoping we heal it. Oh my, I am pumping with the Deathbringer. See, and that's why we went this. That might be game. Now, what a turnaround this has been, man. Oh, that's a big stun. That's some big damage. Yeah, you can also see the slow from Cupid Heart Bomb. It stands out a lot when you're getting into these 1v1 spots like this where you get to just chase people down. It's really punishing. So while the stun is naturally very good and charging up passive is very good, also just slowing people and autoing the shit out of them while doing a lot of damage with one ability, like that's pretty good too. Why did you reset this on me? I'm up here face tanking because it doesn't matter. And then they're like, you know what? The moment that he goes for the pull, let's reset it on the baby. What could go wrong? Nothing went wrong. It's fine. Oh, we got a tower we got to do. We got to do that. You want some extra heal in Hades? I know you're going to do your Hades thing. See, I think we should be good with the kit. Something to keep in mind that I kind of touched on already is it's pretty normal for Cupid to be one of those few hunters that you actually particularly like fail not on. Because his autos do it really hard. He's somebody that is actually very reliant on his auto attacks for damage. But he also really likes cooldown. Excuse me? Well, he's dead. I don't know why he thought he got to do that. I have a whole team. It's funny. I even tried to ult. I didn't realize that my ult was still on cooldown. Because it just felt like it should be up. Oh, we weave that on him. Let's go. Yeah, this game's been a little filthy, man. Been landing so much damage. Oh, that doesn't reach you? Okay, well, that was a little bit potato on my part. I really thought we just catch him with that. Have hearts. One of the big parts of Cupid's kit that's actually super easy to underestimate. How did I miss? I've been getting all of these heart bombs all game, and then when it's actually free, I miss. Okay, let's actually end. I'm gonna stop trolling. I wanted to pad stats. I shouldn't have padded stats. Yeah, fail not's really good on Cupid, so it can be pretty normal to go fail not second or third on him for sure. And realistically, this game, I probably should have gone fail not over Wind Demon. I don't remember, maybe we didn't have perfect money or something. I definitely just wasn't really feeling it. I kind of wanted to just go more of a damage crit build for auto attacks. But he's one of those guns that's really good on. Other than that, do not build him ability based. In a trans meta, build trans for sure, but it's not a trans meta. It's worth just going devos on him. And then, yeah, I think that basically covers it for everything. But thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one.
I've been seeking for the glory. Say my name. And I've been trying to write my own story in the search for fame. I'm sitting here in this empty room. Walls keep tumbling down.